Hey everyone, I'm Professor Hall, and I want to welcome you to English 101 and talk to you just a little bit before we get started. One of the most important things about this course is that I want us to be on the same page. I want you to clearly understand what my job is and what your job is. My job is to show you how brilliant you are. Your job is to take time and study everything in the course so that you can realize your own brilliance. That's what we're doing here. I've set up the course to be one success building upon another, and I want you to take advantage of that by trying every single assignment. One thing I know, I took a little course this summer, and I always like to do that so I can be in your position when I move forward to create a new class or to start a new semester. Here's what I found myself doing. Flying in there at the last minute, just going to whatever's due, flying over into the discussion board, posting something real fast, and going back out. And then I thought, wait a minute, what is it I always tell my students? I always tell my students to take your time. Remember that the discussion board is not just for you. It's not just about you. It's about the other people that are in your group. And so I went back and did it again, and I did it the right way. And it wasn't, I just don't know. Sometimes there's this thing that I just think I got to get this done. Let me just get this done. And I'm busy. I'm so terribly busy. Well, my attitude about that is that you deserve an opportunity to discover your own brilliance, to discover that you really are a brilliant writer. I know students that can speak 5 languages and can't write any of them, and I get that. But I promise you, if you'll do these exercises, some of which are so fun that you think, how can I be learning anything here? And yet, there you are at a university level, writing a beautiful essay, and everything's coming very natural to you as to how to write that essay. And it all started with these creative assignments. And to that end, anything in this course is better than a 0, because a 0 is never a 0. If you fail to turn in an assignment, that 0 automatically reverts to a -3. So it's not just a 0, it's -3. And then that -3 is applied to your weighted total. So if you had a 72 in the course and you didn't turn something in, that's -3, that's a 69, that's a D. On the other hand, if you do all of the assignments, and let's say your final grade was an 87, but you did every single assignment, you turned in all the discussion boards, and at the end of the day, your average was 87. Well, you get a bonus of 3 points for having done everything. That makes your grade a 90, and that's an A. So it works both ways with me. Anything is better than a 0. Everything is worth your effort. Everything is worth your time. You deserve time in the day where you can sit down with a cup of coffee and your computer, and you can study and enjoy this learning curve. I think I've built it in such a way that you can embrace the curve, just like you're riding on a motorcycle. You just lean into the curve and learn it. And it's really not nearly as intimidating as some people might think, especially when it's a situation where you're going to choose your own topics. I don't give topics. I don't give you questions at the end of a chapter. Everything is something that you are interested in. So I feel like it's personalized for you in that way, because not everybody's interested in the same things, and I want you to pick things that interest you. The objective of the course are laid out by the state of California, and one of those objectives is that you write a certain number of words. Those words rank between 8,000 and 10,000 words for the semester based on the institution, but state guidelines say that it is between that range. Not a problem for us, because on each thing you turn in, you're going to give yourself a word count, and we're going to be able to identify that. A cautionary tale on a couple of things. Only one time have I had a student whose records were questioned for one thing and another. And so now their entire degree program was questioned. And when it came to the grade that they had earned in my class, it was not a problem, because they could prove how many words they wrote, because each document contained their name, course information, date, and a word count. Isn't that wonderful? So that's why it's stressed so much that you do that. I want to just end with one little note about plagiarism. Just don't. I'm going to know. And there are 5,000 plagiarism checkers out there, and I don't want you to fall into the trap of having a plagiarism issue. I teach you how to cite everything. That means that if you looked at a source, whether you used it in your document or not, you cite it. And I know people have told me for years, Debbie, you oversight. I don't care. You'll never see my name on a plagiarism report because I cite everything. If I looked at it, I add it to my EasyBib project. That automatically creates a works cited page, and that's wonderful. One little tiny cautionary tale, and that is I had a student one time who had her son do the work for her. And she said, well, I told him what to write, but he did the writing for me because he knows how to use a keyboard. That's plagiarism. It is. You are to do your own work. There's a lot of software that you can dictate to and then go back and edit. If those of you, I loved typing class when I was in school, so I can type as fast as I can think. But set aside time. If typing isn't your thing and it's going to take you an extra time to do that, set aside time. Or get one of those programs. Talk about that in your cyber cafe. Talk to people in your cyber cafe about how they are actually writing their essays. And enjoy this course. And the best way to enjoy this course is not to ever feel like you have to hide in the shadows. You're up front with everything. You try everything. You give it your best effort. And there are plenty of things in the course that you just can't fail. And I love those kinds of assignments where anything you do is right. I know it doesn't happen very often in life either. But have a great time, you all. Enjoy the course. It's an honor to have you here. Be sure to use the email from inside the classroom so that I will get that email. If you write to me with something like Yahoo or Gmail or Hotmail, I won't be able to open it. You know what these days are like. You know all the situations with email. Never send me an attachment. I can't open it. And always make sure that you email me from the classroom. And let's just have a great time. We have Zoom. I can do a Zoom meeting with you face-to-face, and we can go over questions about topic development. So it's going to be a wonderful time. Enjoy yourself, sit back, relax, make yourself a little cup of coffee, and enjoy the course. That's it. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you in the open forum.